Well, a little bit of drama to report today. I had to quit a little bit early because the weather forecast said there were a tornado warning around to the north, to the east, and to the south of where I was. I'd pulled into a gas station in Cleveland, which was not quite as far as I wanted to get today, but the guy who was filling up in front of me said, boy, you better watch out, there's a tornado watch. And so I checked it out, and yeah, he was right. And the wind was howling where we were, and the rain was bucketing down. It was just awful. Of course, I was soaking wet because we've ridden in pretty much consistent rain all the way from Cincinnati, and particularly heavy rain in the middle part of the day. So anyway, I called it quits early and just checked into the hotel, and I'm going to try and take it easy and see if I can't get a start tomorrow, and hopefully what's a little better weather. Again, today was mostly freeway, so not a lot of drama to report. We always talk about the visual side of this experience on rides, but there are other aspects to it. One is the olfactory, and that is kind of infrequent in some respect, but always when it makes itself known, it's always very, very dramatic. When you're riding through where they're mowing the grass alongside of the highway, or riding next to a field of new mown hay, there's that tremendous smell of fresh cut grass, and if you can see the rain clouds coming, you can smell the rain before it arrives, and the earth is just, you forget when you live in the city just how rich and pungent the earth can smell when it's really, really fertile. And of course there's all kinds of other less pleasant experiences. The pollution that you get when you approach a major city is just so apparent, and not only can you see it, but it'll burn your eyes, and it'll burn your nostrils as well. What got me thinking about this was I was coming into southern Ohio, and from the smell, I must have been pretty close to where they were raising pigs, because it was pretty strong. In fact, I'd say, based on my experience, there must have been 2 or 3 million pigs they were raising very, very close to the highway. But it was not that long before we got out of it, which was good. But I was reminded, my friend Sam Sanderson, one time when he and I were next to a pig farm in one of our trips somewhere. He said, my dad, who was a farmer in North Dakota his whole life, except for when he was in the service in the Pacific during World War II, used to call that the smell of money. I guess he was right, although that's putting as good a label on it as I think is possible, because I certainly don't find it very pleasant. But if that analogy is correct, then my experience on this trip would be that Illinois and Indiana has a lot more money than Ohio, because I ran into that odor several times crossing both Indiana and Illinois. So anyway, it was kind of an interesting day, and as soon as I say the rain was bucketing it down, and there was a hotel right across from the gas station, so I scurried across and inquired if they had a room and checked in. And of course now, 20 minutes later, I'm looking out the window and it's bright sunshine and clear skies, at least in a small portion of the sky. So we'll see. I hope we don't have a tornado, and I hope tomorrow the weather will be better.